Okay, so my name is David, and today we're going to see a topic. The name is exchange. But first of all, I would like everybody put your hands up. Everybody put your hands up. Everybody. Okay, it's okay. So now put your hands to the side, and now slap the face to the person who is sleeping, so they can wake up. Yeah, slap them. Emily, slap the two. I slap Anna. Okay, thank you. Now we're going to see exchange. So exchange, please, the first slide. Okay, so first of all, we're going to see the meaning of exchange. Exchange, if you look at the dictionary, the meaning is to give up something for something else, part with for some equivalent change for another. So maybe not right now we don't understand exactly what is the meaning of exchange, but through the presentation we're going to know more about it. Next one first. So okay, when we are kids, when we are young, we want many things, right? But because we are like our size is not that big, we are kind of short, so that's why we cannot do many things. That's why we need help. Like this kid, she's trying to reach the cookie jar, but she cannot do it. You know, if you can see, if she tried to catch it with her arm, it will be kind of impossible for her. But anyway, he's trying and she's trying and she's trying. But maybe she will try to climb a chair, or maybe she can fall down and she can injure and she can have an accident. But what about if she only asked someone else, someone taller than her, than she? Oh, can you help me to reach the cookies? Can you help me, please? It will be so much different. But she's only trying. It's the same with us. When we are trying to do something and we cannot do it, it's because we are just trying to do it by ourselves and we are not asking for help. That's the first point that we want to see this day. Next point. Okay. Also today I would like to talk about when we are kids. I saw the kids from the church, and sometimes they say la 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 la, I can't hear you, because they are childish, right? And they don't want to listen. For example, the parent is telling you, do something. I don't want it. Do something. I don't want it. The kids is just like that, like 15 minutes like that. And they used to say like this. Obviously, we can understand because they are kids and they don't want to listen. The problem is, next one. When you grow up and you keep saying the same. When you grow up, and the next one. When you can become an adult and you keep saying the same. I don't want to listen to anybody. I just believe that I'm okay. What I think, what I want to do is okay. So even though someone else is telling me an advice for do something so much better to improve, I don't want to listen to them. When we are kids, our parents can chastise us, right? And maybe they can, like we call it meme, right, in the church. So maybe they can give us meme, and we are going to change. And that's easier. When we are kids, it's so much easier. But when we grow up, our mind becomes stronger. Even though we are wrong, our mind becomes stronger, and it's more difficult to accept the harm from other people. It's more difficult to listen. It's more difficult to realize that we are wrong. That's why we need to train, even though when we are kids. But maybe we didn't train. For example, for me, I just met the church 2 years ago, so I didn't train that part all my life, right? So, but when you realize that you are wrong, you can't break that wall that doesn't let you connect with other people, doesn't let you to listen. So it's easier for you to stop saying this, even though we don't say it, but we act like that. And there's so many people acting like this. So the next, someone slap Ryan, please. Okay, the next, I would like to say a little bit about my testimony. Maybe some people here know this guy. This guy last class short missionary in US. His name is Jihun, and this picture is in Jacksonville, Florida. So as you guys, I'm a short missionary, and we have to spend a long time with different people. Sometimes people that we don't like. Sometimes people that they don't connect with our thoughts. Sometimes people that they just want to do what they want to do, and they don't want to connect with anybody else. And that kind of story happened to us. Next slide. At the beginning, everything was so bad. Both of us, we want to kill each other because we had many fights every day. Every day we were fighting, even though for just simple things. I don't like this. Why are you saying like that to me? Don't despise me. He always say this word. Don't despise me. And also, the problem. It wasn't just him. Also me. In that time, I was kind of lazy. I didn't want to do many things. So we need to carry the chairs, or we need to do something. So I didn't want it. So I just like, you do it. You're strong, because he's kind of strong. And now I'm really like skinny and weak. So I always say, you're the stronger one. You do it. So he got angry because of that, and we always fight. But few hours later, everything was okay. Everything was okay, and we were so happy and friends again. So it wasn't a big deal. But many months later, the same thing happened. Same thing happened. Even though we stayed together like 4 months. And the 4 months was exactly the same. Fights and then happy. And fights and happy. Fights and happy. But one day we used to make fun of each other. Like he say me stupid, I say to him stupid. But one day I told him, oh, you're really stupid, you don't have brain. And suddenly he was in front of me, right? So suddenly I said, you don't have brain, and he just kicked me here. He just kicked me here, like Taekwondo style, right? So, I'm really weak. So he kicked me here, so my air just disappeared. So I was like really, 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 it hurts a lot. It hurts really, really much. So I was just really, really angry to him. So I went to the restroom and I just closed the door, and I don't want to talk with anybody else. I was, why do I have to stay here with this crazy guy? He cannot listen to any. We were just kidding. We were just making fun of each other like every other day. But now he just kicked me like this. So I don't want to be with him anymore. So I was thinking like this. I want to go back to Mexico. Like all of you guys, you want to go back. But that day, I really, 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 really want to go back to my country and not looking at him anymore. But that day also, some of you guys know Minister Enrique and Minister Osvaldo. So that day they were there, and after they knocked the door to call me, and they say, oh, come out. And I said, no, I don't want it. But that day they left. So in the room it was 4 of us, the 2 ministers, the short missionary, and me. But that day the ministers, they went back to their city. So it was just he and me in the room. So I didn't want to talk with him. But that day, at night, I was in the room, and he came to the room, and he said, I'm so sorry. I said, why? Because I kicked you. And I said, I don't care, go away. And I didn't want to listen at him at the beginning. But later, he started to feel sorry because what he did, and he started to open his heart. And that was the day that we opened our heart to each other, like really, really, really wide. And at the end, we realized that we had kind of the same story, and also we had problems with our families. He had problems with his father. I had problems with my father. So at the end, first of all, we thought we were kind of really, really different from each other. But at the end, we realized that we were kind of similar. We were kind of the same. We had the same situation, the same problems. So that day, I was really thankful. At the beginning, it was kind of the worst day of my life. But at the end was one of the best days of my short-term life here in US, because I could connect with a person that I never expect to connect. It was like kind of my enemy, but at the end he became a really, really nice friend. Not because we had a nice relationship, because through the fights we could connect our heart. And I'm so thankful that he kicked me that day, because that situation guide to this connection between us, and I was really, 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 really happy for that. Next one, Ryan. Okay, same happened. Like when you're swimming, we went to Jamaica, right? Many people from here are from Jamaica, right? We went to the Blue Hole, and they say, "Oh, we have to jump into the water." That's the point of the Blue Hole, right? So I say the first jump that we have to do, I say, oh, "Okay, I can do it." So I just get ready and jump. But at the end, I came out to the water and I realized, I don't know how to swim. What am I doing? What did I do? I don't know how to swim. So I was like, help me. And Augusto was there, and I said to Augusto, help me. He said, no. He was just swimming to the exit. And I said, Augusto, help me. He said, no, you do it. And then another guy came to me and he said to me, I can help you. And I said, okay, thank you. But what he did was just put his hand under the water. So he dragged me under the water, and I was like, no, don't do that. Later, a guy from that place, he came and rescued me. But I realized, when you try, I was trying, I forgot that I cannot swim. I forgot that I don't know how to swim, right? So I just trust myself and I just jump. But I didn't realize that I need help. I need help to do that. I need help to come out. So also the same, when you are almost like sinking. What is the word when you're
drowning,
in the water? Drowning. When you're drowning, if someone wants to help you, but you don't want that help, you're going to just moving, right? But in order to they can rescue, you need to relax, and you just need to accept the help. Because if you're just doing this, they cannot do anything for you. That's why sometimes when like the rescue techniques, they need to punch the people so they can be unconscious and they can help them, right? It's the same with us. We need to relax and we need to stop doing what we think is good for us and just accept the help from others. Just accept the advice from other people.
3 minutes.
3 minutes? Okay. So next point. Quickly, this story. Next. So there's a couple. I met this couple, and one day the guy found this picture, and he was so jealous, and he asked to the wife, "Who's this guy? Who's this guy? He's so handsome, right? You're dating with someone else, right? So you're despising me, right? Who is this guy? Who is this guy?" So the husband closed his heart to the wife, and he was really mean with his wife, like for a few weeks. And he asked again, "Who is this guy? Who is this guy? You are a traitor, right? You don't love me anymore." And you know what the wife said? "It's my father. It's a long time ago picture of my father." And that guy realized, oh my gosh, what did I do? And I know this couple. And because first of all, we have 3 stages of the thoughts. The first one is my thoughts are right. The second one, when we think a little bit more, we can realize that our thoughts became higher and deep. And the third one, Ryan, this one, if we think for a third time, our thoughts became more mature. But this guy just stayed on the first level, that is, my thoughts are right. So he made a concept, he made a story. It's not correct, right? Actually, it was completely wrong. But he just made this story, and he almost provoked a divorce or something like that, because this action. He made a fight between the couple, right? Even though they don't need to fight, because it's not true. It's just her father. It's not someone else that she's dating. It's just her father. But this guy just started to make a story in his head and just trusting this story. So, but all of us, if we can think more deeply, we can realize that our thoughts are not correct, and we can connect to another people, and we can accept the heart from other people, and at the same time we can accept like all the good things that other people want for us. That's how we can have a good relationship with anyone, even though if we don't like that person, even though if we have a lot of trouble with that person, we can have a nice time together, and we can be so much better ourselves, our own person. And that's what I want to share with you today. Thank you.